Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Students at Hansberry College Prep are remembering their classmate who was killed just days after graduation from the Southside Chicago High School. The young man was identified by Cook County Medical Examiner's Office as 17-year-old D'Angelo Miles. 17-year-old D'Angelo Miles was a student athlete, captain of the football team. Good dude by all accounts. Backstory. Police say they got a call about a young man who was shot in the head in an alley. This happened around 3:08 a.m. on Sunday. Many people are saying, what's he doing out at that time of night? As if they give someone a reason to kill somebody. Let me tell you something, fam. And I get it. He's not supposed to be out at that time of night. But neither are people who are looking to kill him. People who are looking to kill anybody. You know what runs me hot? When I hear people say things like, we failed D'Angelo. Who is we? It starts at home. First and foremost, I do agree that D'Angelo had no business out in the streets at 3 o'clock in the morning, walking through a damn alley, right? By the same token, whoever shot him had no business out at 3 o'clock in the morning shooting people in the damn head. You see? So there's a lot of blame, and there's enough blame to go all the way around and back 1,000 times. You hear people saying things like, well, you live in a low income, man, get out of here with that low income shit. That's in America. I lived out of the country, and I can tell you straight up, I lived in Baku, Azerbaijan. Compared to poverty in Houston, there ain't no comparison whatsoever. Houston don't know poverty. People that live in the ghetto don't know what it's like to live in the ghetto. Some of these people have dirt floors, like literally dirt floors. But guess what they got over America? Pride, integrity, honor, love for self and neighbor. Family, understand this. Sometimes I would be coming home late at night and I would see at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock a.m. women walking the street. Didn't matter if it was a street or an alley, actually. And they'd be fully dressed in night clothes, in nightclub clothes, right? Walking by themselves, high heels, everything. Clothes, super tight. Nobody messed with them. No rapes reported, no sexual assaults, no abuse, no muggings. Yeah, none of that. And they were way more poor than anybody in the U.S. The men would line the streets every morning trying to get work. Just like we see Mexicans in the U.S. lining the streets, and not just Mexicans, but primarily Mexicans and Hispanics. They'll line the streets, they'll go to gas stations and set up at Home Depot trying to get a job, just standing around waiting on a job. Well, in Baku, guess what? The same thing happens, except you would see files of men by the hundreds lining the streets with suits on. Now, the suits wasn't in great condition, but they were prepared for any job that came their way. They were prepared. Pride. That's something that don't happen here. on a large scale. Pride, integrity, love, self-respect. It takes a back seat to material things. It takes a back seat to bling and shining. Look at me. I got it. Look at me. I saw a video of some youngsters talking about how it ain't even about the women. It ain't about the girls. It ain't about cars. It ain't even about money. It's about how many bodies they can catch. That's what excites them. So I'm thinking to myself, yes, we do have a clear and present enemy outside of the black community, and we all know who that is, right? But we also have to acknowledge the enemy within. There are black men in this country who hate black men in this country. When they look in the mirror, they have a very low opinion about themselves. This is why so many of them are so quick to kill another black man. This is why they're so quick to throw their own life away, put their own life in peril. They'll risk their own life because they really don't love themselves. This is why some of them care more about that rest in peace t-shirt than they care about that fatherhood t-shirt. They fantasize about people walking around with their picture on a t-shirt. But they don't fantasize about wearing a fatherhood t-shirt. Something that really represents honor. That don't turn them on. It don't turn them on to stay free and clear of the dangers out there, the traps, so that they can take care of their business and be there for their loved ones and provide real protection for their loved ones. What turns them on is going to prison and providing protection for strangers, people they don't even know, appearing to be hard. They think hard means kill, beat up the weak, go to prison and do 10 on your head, 30 years. And they think that means hard. You know what's hard to me? And I'm not meaning hard as in difficult. I mean hard as impressive. Handling your responsibilities as a man, protecting, providing, guiding, coaching, teaching. Yeah, that's hard to me. That's hard. That's what I respect. All this other shit is goofy to me. Because I know that most of the guys who think like that, they got limits on who they'll do, who they'll harm. Those same dudes will allow the police to plant something on them. And they'll just try to fight it through the courts or whatever and deal with it. But let somebody snitch on them. Somebody in the hood, somebody who look like them, snitch on them, and they're gonna try to kill them. But they don't come back and try to do nothing to the police. Let the police kill their brother. Let the police kill their mother. And they ain't gonna do shit. They gonna eat it. Because they're brainwashed cowards. Deep down inside. I'm not talking about on the surface, because anybody can be hard on the surface. Anybody can wave a gun, shoot, yeah, that's easy, you know? I'm talking about the things that take sacrifice, things that require patience. They don't have that. So they mask it with this aggression. They mask it by trying to act tough, doing what they think is tough, Yeah. So yeah, a lot of black men, they really do deep down inside hate black men because they hate themselves first. Until you learn to love yourself, it's going to be impossible to love anybody else. That's the biggest problem. This is why you can have a kid who is a captain of the football team, a good student, a good person by all standards, be placed in a casket, and the person who did it be celebrated, at least for now. R.I.P. D'Angelo Miles. No more talk.